Let's bring in someone who can actually do impressions. Our man Godfrey at the punchline. What's up, buddy? Yeah, man. How are you?
Oh, I washed my hands. Sorry.
Yeah.
All right.
What's up, baby?
man?
You good?
Oh, I'm good, man. We're sold out. So
Okay.
That's real good.
Come to Godfrey, like, I don't know why I'm here.
I mean, I remember I said, let me come through,
We appreciate it.
Yeah, no doubt, man.
appreciate
I came last time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good.
Okay. Well, we appreciate it, man. We thank you for coming to hang out. You don't have to stand there. There's a chair right there if you want to sit down and relax. You gotta stand this. You gotta stand this whole time. My man was doing his impression of Mike Brown, the New York Knicks coach, our former coach here in Sacramento.
Okay.
Yeah, when you walked in, and I know your Trump impression with
my
Dre.
goodness.
Went
That was so
crazy.
Man, it was so viral. And I did some more. I was at his house a couple of days ago again.
Dre's, not Trump's.
Dr. Dre. Dr. Dre. I was there hanging out again, man. Because we're working on some stuff with my buddy. So and Dr. Dre is always like we talk like a regular. It's regular now. He's like, he'll call me, oh, what's up, man?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, what? Dr. Dre? That's crazy. Like, I always go, now I'm getting used to it, but it's like, because it's all social media, man. It's just like, yo, I'm a big fan. Because Big Boy hooked it up.
Okay.
Big Boy called me. He said, yo, and he called me at like 9, and I live in New York. So he called me at 9. I said, what is Big Boy calling me for? It must be something. He goes, yo, can Dr. Dre have your number? I said, oh, yeah, what for? And then I'm thinking, let me look back and make sure I didn't say nothing about Dr. Dre. I'm like, yo, because I'm always talking smack. And I said, nah. And then from there, it was just like, he's just cool, man. He's just cool, respects what I'm doing. I'm like, right on.
That impression's gonna miss a few people, but that Big Boy was crazy.
Yeah, that was Big Boy.
So
you got that right.
Where'd you grow up in the States, or like
Chicago?
Okay,
I came from Chicago. My parents Nigerian. I'm
that's what I remember.
Nigerian.
And
born in Nebraska. My father was in school in Nebraska. This is right. My parents are war people. They came from Civil War. Got out there. Father had scholarship for teaching and education, and my father was an educator, 45 years in Chicago. So, but Nebraska, and I don't know nothing about Nebraska. We moved to Chicago.
Got you. I only asked that because I got my family on the East Coast or whatever, and they say California specifically LA people have an accent. Like, we do not. And then they'll be like, yeah, they'll be told, go into the core. Go to the core.
But
like,
it
bro,
said
no,
you got
what?
there is the LA thing. Because Big Boy has that accent.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And there's this, it's a twang. It's a weird twang. Yo, cuz, and I said it. Mark, you a Mark. Yeah. Yo, cuz, you know what I mean?
Sound like MC8.
And MC8's from, Snoop has it.
Yeah.
Certain people have it. Big Boy has his version.
Yeah.
Some have a neutral, but and I think it could be a Louisiana thing. A lot of Louisiana people.
Yeah,
come
there was
California. I don't know.
There's a lot of people from the South historically,
but different parts of the South.
Yeah,
like Compton was. I think Compton was like all white at one time, and then black people came in, and they got treated worse when they moved. The migration in the 40s was because I was in the Midwest. There was Detroit, Chicago, St. Louis. That was that 40s migration. So a lot of people I grew up with were from Alabama, Mississippi, Kentucky, Tennessee. And here, but in New York, it's like North Carolina, South Carolina, a lot of that, but here I'm thinking because you got Houston, Louisiana's by Houston. So I'm thinking a lot of people from the South here in California, maybe is more Louisiana.
I felt like I saw.
What do you know?
I just felt like I read something about her. I think it's Louisiana. I think Alabama is in there too. I think that's as far east.
It varies.
As it really goes.
It varies on the location. Yeah, but man.
Then that white flight hit.
The white flight. I think white flight. No, they when we came, they would leave. But
I think George H.W. Bush had a house in Compton.
Probably. Yeah,
I think I did hear that too.
Yeah, because they had a TV show called the Covenant or something about 50s, the Compton and 50s, and a black family moving there and being like tortured by the white neighbors and stuff. This is Compton. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of these places were like all white at one time. It's like, suburbs and city, like whites moved to the suburbs and then blacks came and then whites go, we want the city back. Then they would gentrify and run down the city. And so whites could come and price black people out, and black people would move back out to the suburbs. So they've always like redlining.
Mhm.
Yeah,
There's a book called Color of Law, which a white guy wrote, so it's true. Because if it was a black day named Hassan Muhammad Khalid III wrote called "How Could They Do This to Us?" And he's on the front cover like, yeah, man, they redline us, man. Read my book. Everyone be like, I don't know, that's a little extreme. But this guy named Robert Rothstein wrote it.
Yeah, I talked to him once.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
man, he killed it with that.
He did. Yeah.
Every chapter, I'm infuriated
Mm-hmm.
on what they've done for Black Americans, especially. And the first city to redline was San Francisco.
Mm-hmm.
Well, one of the I don't want to say the bigger redlining project, maybe that's the right way to say it, but was here. It's Southland Park.
Yeah, I'm sure.
That's right. Yeah.
Because San Francisco was the first.
Yeah.
Which I was like, and I'm thinking, it'll be Chicago, man, because Chicago's the most segregated city to this day. I'm thinking, it'll be Chicago. No, San Francisco with their progressive bragging, they were the first to redline African Americans after the war. They didn't even give Black soldiers housing. They gave the better housing to the white soldiers and cramped up Black people. That's where like the project stuff started, because it was for everybody. The projects were built for everybody, but then they would like cramp the Black people in and give more benefits to the white soldiers. I'm reading this going, wow. Then they built Levittown. There was a thing called Levittowns. These towns, some guy named Levitt built all these towns, and he said, make sure you don't sell to Black people. It was law. They installed, the judges knew it. They said, don't sell to Black people. Don't give them any houses. And then if you had money, make sure the mortgages are so bad that they can't afford them. So everything was designed for us not to have, and the Black Americans not to have anything.
Right.
So that's when they say, you guys got to work hard. What Black person isn't working hard?
Mm-hmm.
It's called slavery. I think we're Black people working harder than everybody at some point with no pay. So America was built on the backs of Black people, period. That's just facts. And I'm coming as a Nigerian, but I've read all these books since I was 18. I got books in storage. That's how many books I have. So it's like, it's facts. So when people go, you Blacks are, I go, wait a minute, shh, quiet. It was illegal for Black people to read, and now they've caught up. You had a 400-year lead. What happened? What happened, Supreme people? What happened? You're not even leading in education. It's Asians and Africans are stomping you into the ground, and Black women are the most educated in America. You had a 400-year lead. Who are you? You had a lead in sports until we showed up. What you talking about? How supreme are you? You're nothing but mediocrity, and you're calling yourself supreme? When? That's a skateboarding company. What you talking about? That's a taco flavor.
Someone tuning in right now, like, what is he performing at the punchline?
Well, some real stuff though. But I say this on stage though. This ain't no secret. I've been this dude.
You buy a house in Land Park today. You buy one of the original house. The deed will say, I've seen it. The deed will say no Negroes after sunset.
No Negroes after. They still got sundown towns.
Yeah.
They still are. They're still deciding whether they should stop lynching Black people. They haven't signed the anti-lynching bill. They got to figure. They've already lynched a couple.
Yeah. It happened about a month ago, right? Yeah, about a month ago.
And they've been. And
he hung himself. Godfrey, you didn't hear
it. Well, he stung himself on a tree.
That's because Black people are known to do that.
You know who commits suicide?
The number one form of suicide. Black people.
Most of them. It's middle-aged white men. There was a psychologist that was like he was like having therapy with a lot of middle-aged white men, and he was wondering why they were being so angry and wanting to commit suicide. Do you know what this man said? He said the reason why a lot of white men want to commit suicide was because of Black progress.
Jeez.
This is in his study. They were like, because Black people are making it.
That's
making
crazy.
It from all the disadvantages. When you had all the advantage, that's why my white guy friends, when they haven't made it, I go, you're a true loser. I don't know what to tell you, man. What's your excuse? The man got you down? I don't know what to say. And they'll come to me going, things aren't working out. Look, this is the reason why they don't like me. I don't know what your excuse is. What do you want me to do?
You know what the funny?
We got to be 3 times better than you. That's why when that dude, CK, I don't want to use his name, when Kirk said, hey, if I see a Black pilot, I don't think he's going to be good. You might want to fly with the Black pilot because they made him fly 18,000 hours more than, you know what I mean? And Tuskegee Airmen were the greatest fighter pilots ever in history. Never missed a tour, never failed on a tour. What you talking about? But it's this sickness that they have ingrained saying, you guys aren't the best. I said, there's proof saying we are dope. I mean, black people in general, like Americans are unreal. You think about it. Everyone's like this. They cut snap. White folks are the only ones bitching. It wasn't made for black folks. They got the advantage. This is the one thing I do like about Trump. It's shining the light on all the whites that are on welfare because they're the most on welfare. And black folks are like, I'm about to go to Costco. What you about to do? Because black folks have been striving without no benefits. Right. So they're not going anywhere. Yeah. And it's not the 50s. You're not going to run up on black folks because you're going to get your ass whooped. I'd watch a lot of knockouts in Walmart. There's a lot of black. When black folks are fighting you, it's coming from a different kind of infuriation. It's coming from segregation, Jim Crow, mass incarceration, police brutality. So when you get hit by one of us, it's like it's a different beatdown. You're mad because we just exist. That ain't gonna be the win in a fight.
We're mad because of what we've had to exist in.
And you're dealing with that. You're dealing with that kind of rage. And to top it off, this is lightweight on what's happened to just black people around the world. This is lightweight stuff, the brutality. And we're still forgiving you. We're still cool with you. We're still like, hey, as long as you're cool. And when a lot of times my buddies go, yo, I was at this event, right? And I was the only white guy there. I said, what happened to you? Nothing. I go, exactly. Because we're human beings. We don't care what you look like. If we see a white person come in our area, we go, well, what are they doing here? Right. We're like, you're usually not happy with us. Why are you here? But we still treat you as long as you're a good person. Right. You don't care. We'll be like, nah, he's cool. But in the reverse, it's like, what are you doing here? Like, why are you here? We don't like you. Why are you here? Why are you in our space?
How do we get you out? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
first of all, anthropologically, why are you here? We are first here. Black folks are the oldest people on the planet, thousands of years older. You came after us through movement and mutation. You came after us. Huh? The sun don't like you. How about that? And you're mad at me, and the sun is mad at you.
The sun is mad at you.
We're people who the sun loves. We belong on this planet. We produce vitamin D when the sun hits our skin. Scientifically, this is fact. You don't. You burn. Something's off here. And you have the nerve to lay out on the beach in a place you don't own. And you're burning up from it. You're kung fu fighting.
Come on, man. Hey.
That's my ringtone. Everybody was kung fu fighting.
Hey, we talking today, baby. We talking today.
I'm just saying, it's just amazing how people come out their mouth about us. But I think it's slowly but surely people are just waking up to like shit like, yo, enough. And Trump, you can say what you want. We needed this to happen. It's horrible, but we needed this wake up. My Mexican friends, I'm like, dog, this whole, well, Mexican, they don't like black people. I go, no one cares. I don't care that a Mexican don't like me. You know what a Mexican racism is like? It's like going to a community college and trying to transfer your credits to Harvard. It don't work. It doesn't work. It's whack. What are you hating of me for? They're picking you up. It's white organizations sending you over the border. They have some of us working because we want some money and we sellouts. But other than that, black folks haven't done anything to you, Mexico. Stop with that. Go fight the people but a lot of times people are so, we're so, embellished by white powers that they're afraid to answer the real people that are putting you and leaving you in ghettos and defunding your schools. But you want to hate black folks. We're both struggling. You know what I'm saying? Go fight the real power. But now you're getting a real taste. See, if Paul Mooney was still alive,
oh man,
he'd be like,
man,
you getting your nigga wake up call. Well, you remember when he said that?
Oh, yeah.
You got your nigga wake up call. He's like,
he's-
you got your
he said
nigga wiggle
he
call.
said that on this radio station.
But,
as a matter of
but it's
fact.
real. But everything that Paul Mooney has said or George Collins said is coming into fruition.
Friendly reminder,
But my
this isn't a
thing-
podcast.
Oh, my fault.
No, you good. You good.
You know they
good.
never bleep out nigga anyway. So
You're
what are we
well.
doing? They'll bleep out everything else, but our racial slur they keep in. So what's the big deal, guys? I'm sorry. I ruined your show.
Yeah, but
No,
you're good.
absolutely
Your boy-
not. You didn't ruin it.
I didn't curse.
No,
I just
no,
said-
you're fine. You're good.
you're
You're
good.
good.
And I did it in Paul Mooney's voice, so it was
So that's
character.
Paul
fine.
Mooney said it.
Because that's exactly what Paul Mooney would do.
I'm
but-
just.
I
you
had
got
was
your-
here. It's
You got your
interesting you say
Negro
that.
wake up call.
Paul Mooney was one of the most intimidating human beings I ever met.
He
He's
would talk
intimidating. You don't know
some
what he's going to
real
say. You don't know what
That's it.
mood he's going to be
Yeah,
in.
That's it.
And it was funny. I met his twin sons and the Mooney twins, and they were like, "You got my father down." They were like, "You and
Yeah.
one, you got him."
Yeah.
Because there was a thing. My boy Aries, shout out to my boy Aries Spears. Aries does a Paul Mooney, and I do Paul Mooney. And Aries called me, and he said, "Yo, God, we got to." He goes, "Yo, I heard you, Paul Mooney. We got to do it. We got to go back head to head with it, right?" I said, "Oh, cool." And so we did a joke about what would Paul Mooney say about Meg Markle. And I think I know how you got to go into how Paul Mooney talks. And I said, Meg Markle, she got her Negro wake up call, right? I said, she's not royal, you crown royal. So I said, crown
You know-
royal.
Come on.
I said, you're not royal, you're crown royal.
It's the way that you end the word because he has this
Because
like
that's-
deep,
that-
drawn out way
Because
of
the
saying
way
stuff.
his punchlines are, that's the way he
Yeah.
does punchlines.
He
goes,
makes you
you're not
listen.
royal, you are crown royal.
He makes you
You're crown
listen
royal.
to what he's saying.
You are goddamn crown royal. He's like, he's like,
That's spot on.
but you know what I'm saying? But I'm a student of comedy, like for real. I mean, I know comedy from the early 1900s. First comedian to ever be recorded was Burt Williams with blackface, a Caribbean bro.
Yeah.
And he wanted to be Charlie Chaplin, but he was black. He couldn't do it. But he was light skinned like you, but he wore blackface because you were told to wear blackface. It was illegal to do monologues in front of audiences for black people. This is early New York City where I live, where I do comedy. You could not do a monologue as a black person because it was an insult to white audiences.
What years we talking about at
This
point?
is 1920s, 30s, vaudeville days. You had to be in a duo. That's why a lot of there were black comedy teams back in the day. And they had to talk like, well, Lord have mercy. Man, me done told him, did you see the girl the other day? Well, yes. And these were educated people. Stephen Fetchit,
Oh
the
yeah.
actor,
Yeah.
he was an educated guy, but he had to make money.
He's a millionaire.
Millionaire,
Became a
but he had to
millionaire
do it.
doing that.
Let me tell you, he did it on purpose because that was all he could do.
Yeah.
You know, there's a book.
Do you fault him for that? Because
No, I don't fault him. It was the
He
time.
is killed. History has destroyed that man.
But it needs to be explained, you know. And the funny thing is like Hattie McDaniel played, you know, she won an Oscar for Gone with the Wind.
yeah.
But she goes, I'd rather play a maid on TV than in real life. That was the only roles they got.
Right.
That's different. They had to do that. And they were all like well-trained, educated people. You understand? And there's a book I always tell people to read if you're into comedy. If you're just into history, I like history. There's a book called On the Real Side, Laughing, Lying, and Signifying the History of African-American Humor from Slavery to Richard Pryor by Mel Watkins. I read it in the 90s, dog.
What was it called? On the what?
On the Real Side. Just
Okay.
look up On the Real Side, Mel Watkins. You'll see from slavery to Richard, but the history of black humor, blackface and cooning, and we didn't wear suits until the 1950s. Timmy Rogers was the first. He was friends with Red Fox. He was on Red Fox's on Sanford and Son. A lot of those people. That's why if you watch Sanford and Son, it's literally a history book because Red Fox brings all his friends from the Chitlin circuit. You got Slappy White. You got Bubba Bexley. You got all these guys that were all in the circuit. Remember, I don't know if there was Good Times. There was a character on Good Times that used to say, "My name is Lenny," and he would always sell things in his coat.
I remember him. Yeah,
He was
I love
Dap Willie Sugar Willie. He's a comic from the circuit. It's a chicken circuit. But this was all like historical. Red Fox was it was history. And these guys came from that circuit where it was cooning and all of it. Yeah, man.
Let me
Yeah, Red Fox worked with Malcolm X.
Red. They were both
Detroit
Reds.
Red. Yeah.
He knew
Detroit-
there's a picture of
yeah.
him talking to
Yeah.
Malcolm X.
Let me-
Detroit Red.
They was washing dishes together.
Yeah.
Let me
right.
ask you this
Mm.
and see what you think about
Yeah.
that. As I hear you speak about that and speak about some of the things that they had to do to make money and stuff like
Mhm.
that, I don't feel like it's comedy so much. I feel like that has shifted towards music and hip hop because there's a lot of very intelligent people who play dumb roles as
themselves.
musicians and rappers just because that's a way to make money. Like they very come from good families.
No,
come from good neighborhoods.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to turn this down. It's just like everybody was.
But they come from good families. They're educated. You know, they college educated. These people have gone to college.
I know some people with degrees that are engineers that are going, well, I'm like, wow. Man. I never ever succumb to that kind of coonery. I'm silly, not a problem, but I always kept it intelligent. Maybe it could intimidate people, but I'm okay being smart. I'm okay. I learned. What am I learning for? I'm okay infusing that into my comedy. I like it. I like my stuff above the rim. That's the way I feel. Yeah. I don't judge anybody, but I be knowing, I go, dog, you're like a college grad. Yeah. You're a mathematician. Why are you talking like that? Every other joke is the N-word all the time. And like I said, that's on you, but you're faking it. You're not. Are you really that guy? Are you just insecure and you got to use that word so that you can seem a little lower than the audience? I want to be above you. I like being smart because other people rise with you. They'll be like, man, you got me reading. I read that, man. I read that. I go, yeah, because I know you smart. Because the stuff I was talking about, you knew exactly what I was talking about. But you think because a black person has to be in this paradigm of not only knowing a couple things. I go, you know about astronomy. You do know. You know about it, don't you? Yeah, I do. You know about the museum of da-da-da-da. Yeah, I do. Then why aren't you talking about it? We watch the most stuff in America. We're the biggest consumers in television. It was black people. You watch everything. When I do a joke about country music and I'll sing a song. I do a Kenny Rogers. You know, you got to know when to hold them. Like we were singing it word for word. I
Gambler. Yeah.
You know the Gambler, but you feel like as a black person, you close yourself into. I go, but we were the first thinkers and the first mathematicians, architects, seamen. We were the first. Education came from us.
We call those white songs black people love.
Yeah, but those are black songs, though. I mean, Lionel Richie wrote "Lady" for Kenny Rogers.
That's right. Yeah.
Kenny called Lionel Richie and said, "I need you to write me some songs." What are you talking about? This is black stuff, man. That's why you like it because it comes from the source is black. Country's black. What are you talking about? But this is not a weird thing. It's like when you know the history, you don't go, wow, I see black kids in a rock band. Yeah, this is what we did first. You know what I mean? Yep. You got to watch. There's another a documentary called the band called Death.
Okay. About
the Hackney Brothers, 1973. They predate the Ramones in punk rock. Okay. Black dudes in Detroit made an album out of their bedroom. Parents were pastors and supported them. They predate the punk dudes, the white punk dudes, the Hackney Brothers. Look it up. It's a great documentary. It's so good. Wow. They predate them. So punk is mainly black. Most punk black rock bands are black. Yeah. From Bad Brains to Dead Milkmen they're black. You just don't know because you don't listen to punk. You're like, oh, it's black. Most of them. But they don't say nothing. Yeah. But I'm from Chicago. That's where a lot of punk started in Chicago. So I used to go watch punk bands. Black. Like, what? What's going on here? Plenty of them. Plenty. There's Paradox. There's a band called Paradox. This black rock band. Young black dudes killing it right now. Punk band. Yeah. But this is what we did. We were playing guitar first. What are you talking about? Sister Rosetta Tharpe.
It reminds me.
You know Sister Rosetta Tharpe, right?
No.
You got to look up Sister Rosetta Tharpe from the 40s and 50s. She could play. I think she taught Elvis how to play guitar. This black woman, better guitarist than most of them.
So I'm remembering the lead for Living Color.
Yeah, that's remember Corey. How I know Corey 20 years.
So
Corey Glover.
They were like, yo, like black people playing this type of music. He's like, we've been playing this type of music forever.
Lenny Kravitz.
He was the first person I ever heard say that. First black person.
I had a 2-hour conversation with Lenny Kravitz because he was a fan of mine. Lenny said, you remind me of me. I was always that guy that did the smart stuff and people, because as a rock dude, I was always getting resistance from my own people. And I go, that's so stupid. It's like, this is what 1883, a guy named Robert Fleming created like the acoustic guitar because they give, credit to, what's his name? Les Paul, That's Jimi Hendrix's famous guitar that he played in
Yeah.
Woodstock is Les Paul, who created that. But there's Fender. But I go, there's there's a black dude that made the acoustic guitar in 1883. We were playing the Beatles. The Beatles, they bow down to Lead Belly. You know who Lead Belly is? Lead Belly is a black folk singer from the 30s and 40s. He wrote over 100 songs. That's where the Beatles copied from Lead Belly. Look him up. You see him, dark skinned man. What are we talking about? Red Hot Chili Peppers. They got everything from George Clinton. They said they inducted George Clinton into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. They were like, we are the reason why we're butt naked on stage. The Parliament was doing it in 77. Like we are the first eclectic ones. All that weird stuff. Clinton had been eclectic. Right. George Clinton came from the Parliaments. He was in a doo-wop group. He sang doo-wop in the 50s, George Clinton, before he did funk. What are we doing here, guys? Yeah. You got to look stuff up, man. I just look stuff up. I looked stuff. My father trained me to research. He goes, look it up. You look it up. Always look it up. And I look it up. Then I go deeper. I go, oh my God. Oh my goodness. Grunge music, like Nirvana. You had Stained. You had all these groups. I loved grunge music. You had Creed, Scott Stapp, Creed, all of that. Incubus. The mother of grunge music is a black woman, Tina Bell. She created grunge music. And guess who was her roadie, who helped her with her equipment? Kurt Cobain, Seattle. It's a black lady named Tina Bell. They call her Bam Bam. I just looked it up. We started it, man. I'm done. I'm okay with us being the origin, bro. Yeah. Hockey is 1895, the Colored Hockey League, 22 years before the NHL. There's a book called Black Ice. White dude wrote it.
So it's true.
And they did it 30 by 30. They did ESPN. They did a thing on it.
I'm going to have to check that
Black
out.
hockey. Yeah. I got the book. We created it 22 years before the NHL. The slap shot and the crease is black because from the war. It was like there was Africaville. And I performed. It's in Halifax, Nova Scotia. And I performed in Nova Scotia. I went to the church where they had a big Africaville. Because the soldiers would come there from Jamaica, all this, and they built a whole town and they bulldozed it over like they always do, like Tulsa.
Yeah.
And there's just the church still standing. I've been there 4 times. And we created hockey from that. Ever since then, we've been skating on thin ice.
This game right here, man. This knowledge right here, man.
And
you said they went there from Jamaica?
Like it was just like Caribbean soldiers. It was a whole bunch. And the Micmac.
And that's Canada, right?
Canada. And Micmac Indians created hockey. And you'll know the Native Americans and black, the ones that say, the black people that go, oh no, I've never been a slave. It's black Indians because they would label them as Negroes. They were dark. It's facts, man. Now, I'm not saying the ones from Siberia. You got the ones that have those are the ones that come from Siberia, with the Bering Strait. The Bering Strait that connects. That's why you go, where's that Asiatic face coming from? Yo, man, listen. The first black hockey player in the NHL was Willie O'Ree for the Boston Bruins. Guess where he was from? Nova Scotia. That's where The Rock's dad is from.
Wow. That's right.
Rock Johnson was the first.
That's right.
He was in the Soul Patrol, the first super famous black wrestler. Yeah. He came from Nova Scotia.
I know he came from Nova Scotia.
He's from Nova Scotia. Yeah, they have a huge black history in Nova Scotia, man. I was musicians. Man. I was digging. I was like, yo, what? Oh, wow. They won't say nothing because they believe you won't go find out. I know this stuff. I'm like, what? Let me look up. But I looked up black hockey on my own. Because I had friends growing up in Chicago that played hockey. They were black. Yeah. They were Haitian dudes. My friend Fitzgerald, they would play hockey. I was used to seeing black dudes play hockey. Yeah. And so I was like, man, let me look it up. Origin of hockey. Let me look up color because you got to be specific with the search engine. If you just go hockey players, they'll show all white. It's like when you watch porn, you got to make sure you're specific. Oh, you ain't gonna get the right. Oh, my bad.
You're good. You're fine. You're
because they'll say I want to say porn not because I'm trying to be nasty, but I'm trying to do an analogy. The search engine for porn, if you just go pretty girls, it'll just be all white women. That's all they show. But if you go black, ebony, chocolate, Negro, give me some. Black girls. If you want Asian, you gotta be like Miss Honey, yellow, tata, then I'm telling you, And it's the same way with information on Google. You have to go black inventors, black, and then Google just goes bang. And it's right there. You don't have to run to the library. You don't have to dig up in a book. It's right there. You just got to know what to. That's just me. I just love history.
Yeah.
And history makes you walk different.
Well, and you talked about people not looking stuff up. I feel like social media has doubled down on that. Like they're gonna put something out there.
Listen,
they know you ain't gonna go look.
First of all, you got to give credit to social media. You know how many people are doing history stuff now on social media? There's so many. You got to.
Yeah, I just don't know what to believe anymore.
No, but listen, what you do is you do that, and then you check, you look up, and say, "Let me see if it's right." Yeah, there's like
fact check.
There's individuals that are like, "Do you know back in 18?" There's so many people doing it. There's even a Mexican dude that I follow who talks about Mexican contributions. Like, you know, Flores, the Raiders coach, he was the first Mexican quarterback in the NFL. First Mexican was Flores, you know, Tom Flores, who used to be the coach for the Raiders. Mm-hmm. He was the first Mexican. This Mexican dude is doing the history. I was like, oh, yo. And there's another Japanese dude that does history of Asians. And he goes, Bambi was created by a Japanese illustrator. Bambi, a lot of them. I never knew that. But they always follow what we do. They're doing history of Asian. I'm learning all this stuff, man, because I follow those accounts. Right. I'm getting sick ass. It's on Instagram. Your phone listens to it. Listens to you.
The algorithm gonna go crazy today.
You're gonna have all kind of hockey, black. You can look at colored hockey league and see black people in the 1800s with hockey sticks on a team. It's insane. And I went to Canada, and I was doing a joke about black people being better than white people in sports on purpose because I knew somebody was going to yell out hockey. I baited them. I was like, yo, we're so much better than you in football. We were whooping, yo. And then one guy goes, yo, dude, what about hockey, man? I go, man, I'm so happy you brought that up. I got to tell you, can you do me a favor? He goes, yeah. I go, hey, look up Colored Hockey League on your phone and then stand up and read it to me. And he read it and everybody was like, oh my God. I go, yeah, you thought the only thing black was the puck? Bruh. Yeah.
Yo,
that's the kind of guy I am. I'm just, and you know, James, you see the Black Hockey League?
Yeah, right.
You see that? Click that. Click that.
That's going I think that took us off the screen. Hang on. I got you.
Okay.
I got you. Hang on.
Watch. You're gonna freak out. Watch.
And this is so dope. I'm getting texts left and right now. Like, yo, this is dope. He's dropping knowledge. This is fantastic. Like, but this is the stuff that it's so accessible. I'm learning stuff by listening to you and just being able to do research and hearing something from you and saying, oh man, I want to check this out when I get home and all this other stuff.
And for me, it's fun. I go, wow, and just to think about the times at which it happened when it was impossible for us to do anything. They didn't want you. No blacks. No. And they still made it. Yo, come on. Look, people got their PhD. I met a lady who came to my show in DC. They were all NASA scientists, all black women, NASA, math. This one lady got her PhD. Oh, she was the first at Alabama University. You know, Alabama, Roll Tide, first to get her PhD in physics.
Wow.
She's living history at my show. She's like maybe 50. First to get PhD in physics at Alabama.
That's amazing.
You know what I'm saying? It's like what did we invent? You go the light bulb, you go Thomas Edison didn't really invent a lot of stuff. He stole a lot of stuff. Because we used to think Thomas Edison, but there's Bam Bam right there.
Yeah.
And she fine too. She died. She died of like overdose, but she was like 55.
And you said Kurt Cobain was
her roadie. She is the godmother of
right there. Yeah.
Grunge. Black woman.
Man.
And they won't say nothing. They'll keep quiet about it.
I would have never known.
No, they won't say nothing because they want to seem like they're the best. They want to keep black, especially children, in a box. All we do is rap. It's not the truth. We were jazz players before that. Charlie Parker, Miles, we were doing that first, man. If haven't you seen the documentary of jazz on PBS, the 10-part series? Go watch that. And it's Keith David is narrating. You know Keith David? You know, look up.
Yeah,
remember What About Mary? Remember Dead Presidents? He was curly.
Yeah.
He did that weird show I was telling you about that I think Robin Givens was in. Man, what I know exactly who
he
you're
does
talking
Requiem for a Dream. He's a black actor.
Yeah.
He has a voice like this.
Yeah,
Yes,
How you doing?
great voice.
He's done
He's done everything.
He does.
Yeah.
He did the Gargoyle. He does a lot of cartoons too. Batman. He is the narrator.
He's a legend.
It's
Absolutely.
If you look up Ken, that's Keith
he's
David.
a legend.
He just got his star in Hollywood, and I texted him, and he's
still doing stuff. Wasn't he on
he's on
Family That Prays?
That's it. That's right.
Yeah,
so
that's
he's a master voiceover man. So he does a lot of the Ken Burns. You got a PBS, the best. There's Jackie Robinson. There's it's so good. The Ali one is dope. So Ken Burns is the best documentary maker. If you see the 10-part series of Jazz, bro,
I'm tapped in. I gotta check.
And Jazz was created in New Orleans by a man named Buddy Bolden. Black people created jazz, period. And you see all these white folks, the white artists could just play jazz and get all the accolades. Duke Ellington didn't get on Time magazine because he was black. Duke Ellington, the king of big bands. But another Brubeck, another guy did. Duke Ellington had to come. On his door, there was the Time magazine. They gave it to a white jazz dude, and Duke Ellington had to tell him, hey, man, you're on the cover. Because Duke couldn't get it because he was black. Go watch these things, man.
That's crazy.
Unforgivable Blackness is also another one that, Keith, it's about Jack Johnson. You know Jack Johnson.
Yeah, absolutely.
You got to watch it. Samuel Jackson plays Jack Johnson in the documentary, in the voiceover. But Keith David is the main. Jack Johnson, watch that. The first heavyweight champion.
They couldn't do nothing with Jack.
And he was messing with white women and knocking people out.
They couldn't do nothing about it.
That's the worst sport you can have, boxing. At that time, you mean I could beat that dude up and he called me the N-word? Ring the bell. Ring the bell.
You know what's
ring the bell. And they used to do 36 rounds to the death.
Yeah, something crazy.
And Jack Johnson would beat these dudes into where they're unrecognizable. While 30,000 white folks are going, you nigga. He's like, keep talking. Yeah. Bop, bop.
There was no knockout.
No.
Like it was like, oh, you went down, you get up, let's go again.
But I'm saying that this is important to know this. We are innovators. We're not just, it wasn't just basketball. And no, science-wise, you got Charles Drew with plasma. We discovered plasma. Charles Drew, Omega Psi-Phi, blood transfusions because of a black dude. And then he got in a car accident and couldn't go to the hospital because he was black. And he just discovered plasma and blood transfusion.
Amazing.
Right? And we could talk about Daniel Hale, first open heart surgery, black guy. And then that role that Mos Def played, it's a movie with him and Alan Glickman. You know Alan, the guy who played Snape in Harry Potter. He's the doctor. There was a guy named Vivian Thomas who was not even trained in surgery and helped out with all the surgery. Vivian Thomas, you can look him up, guy with the pipe. Vivian Thomas was instrumental in surgeries, cardiac surgeries. Black dude. I mean, what are we talking about? Our security system is Mary Van Brighton is a nurse out of Queens in 1966. That's why we have ADT, because of a black woman that created it. Wow. Sanitary napkins, Kenner. We got laser eye surgery, Dr. Bath. What are we talking about here? What's this black stupidity they talking about, man? It's not the truth.
And all this stuff that wasn't created by black people was experimented on black people when they didn't know what they were doing.
Well, there's a book called Medical Apartheid. Look that up. And you wonder why black people old black people like, I ain't going to the doctor.
That's right. Yeah.
I ain't going to I never understood that.
Yeah.
Until this book, it is tough.
The things they would do to black women.
But they just knocked down his statue. Marion Mims. He's the father of gynecology. He would take black women slaves and operate on them with no anesthesia. And do everything to their vaginal area. Everything. And then he would put in the journals he worked on white women, which wasn't the truth. And all, like, Grey's Anatomy, not the TV show, but the actual book.
The book, yeah.
I was a pre-med major in college. So Grey's Anatomy is an actual book of the body. They would use black slaves. They would buy black slaves to do experiments on them, cut them up. And so then they would draw in the books the muscles of a white body, but they were all used. It was black bodies they used. This is all facts. And then there's Henrietta Lacks. You know about that. All cancer research is done because they unknowingly stole a black woman's cancer cells in the 50s to work on surge on research now. It's because of black women. Henrietta Lacks, look her up. And black women have the Eve gene. It's a special mitochondrial gene because black women can create any race, period. Any race. Because everybody comes from black women. And if they have, every black woman has the Eve gene, you wonder why a lot of them are missing. Okay. I mean, James Baldwin says when you're conscious, you're always enraged. So, hey, I made a mistake and read a lot of books. Yeah. Oops.
Yeah.
And then whenever someone talks to me, I go, I don't believe you. You're lying to me. They're like, no, but you're lying. It's not the truth. See, when you have the truth, you are kind of free, though. I ain't gonna front.
This was a treat.
That's our man Godfrey right there.
Man. Yeah, everyone's like, yo, damn, this
was a very good show. I'm very proud to be here.
Okay.
You know what I love is Black history. I love it. It's so good because the white man was bad. We were very bad. We were very, very mean to you. We were
might be number one.
Even though I fired everybody black on my staff, I did. I have. But you guys, your history is fantastic. That's why we're afraid. That's why we have to get rid of you. You're so good. You're so strong. Jesus, you're so strong. You guys are so good.
Come on, man. Hey, that's
ICE is having a problem because when you guys run, we can't get you. It's so bad. We got to get more. That's why we have black people on ICE, because we got to catch the black people too. We need people to catch up. They got sprinting power.
That's man. That's Godfrey.
I don't know. I just went on a little thing, but I love the history.
I don't want this to end. You've got to go. Your person left like 30 minutes ago. I don't know where she.
No, she right there. She laughing.
Oh, okay.
She's like, as long as y'all making money, I'm here. But no, I just saying that I love talking about. I always think people say, well, what can I do to start on Black history? Go to inventors, innovation. Go see what we've done. Refrigeration is McKinley, Black. Come on, man. Light bulb, doorknob, mailbox, the roller coaster, Granville T. Woods. Edison tried to steal his stuff. Granville T. Woods.
I'm gonna tell you, I'm tapped into a bunch of this stuff. I'm gonna go back and
go get Black inventors, and you're gonna go radiator.
Yes, sir.
The radiator. We can keep going.
Sir.
Oh, also, GPS. Gladys West. She's still alive. She's in her 90s. GPS. Black woman. Caller ID. We can keep Shirley Jackson 3D imaging. They're still alive, man. We are dope.
This was great.
that whole the N-word, that image was done on purpose. But even those hardcore cats are some of the smartest people. The hustler game, everybody trying to hustle. Ain't nobody out hustling a black dude or a black woman. Black women are hustling. Hustling is another form of intelligence. It comes from having nothing. And that intelligence we have, that's still a form of intelligence. Yeah. Still is. Please, man.
This was a treat.
We're dope, man. We're dope. We all got to know. I don't care what status. I don't care where you from. We're all dope. You know who? I did Marshawn Lynch's. I did his podcast the other day, Beast Mode, and Marshawn goes, "Man, you smart as hell, dog. Man, yo, what? Yo, I'm hanging with you, dog. I'm the biggest fan." But I go, but Marshawn, you're just as smart as me. There's stuff I don't know that you can teach me. It's the same. My father always say we all have the same brain. It's what you put in it. It's what you're interested in. Marshawn, you probably know every stat on every blah, blah, blah. You know how smart you were? Look at the way you ran on the field. That's physical intelligence. You're that good, that quick. That's intelligence, man. Yeah. We're all dope in our own way. There's some cats that are smart in math. I'm not that great. I'm okay in math. We're all dope, man. I'm not letting these cats tell me we ain't. I don't fall for that okie doke no more.
Straight up.
And you got to understand, I'm from Chicago. I would go see the minister as a young kid. I would go see minister, and then when he speaks live, it's a different ball game. You're like, what? Okay.
You're saying minister, like Minister Farrakhan.
Yeah. I would see him live. I would see him live when he was younger. When he was like, I'm born in you. I was there. What? Stokely Carmichael came to my college. Frances Cress Welsing, we brought her in. ISIS papers. I sat with these people. What you gonna tell me? This is how I walk. I walk like that. I walk with that. I walk with it because I know. When you know, I'm not letting somebody because you don't like. I don't care about all that. Yeah. Oh, you didn't get a sitcom because I love myself. All right. What? Because I don't love I love myself. That's why I don't get a sitcom. You could eat a you know what. Please, man. My pride and my folks. You guys and women from African Americans to Caribbeans, all of us, is the first thing and foremost thing. That's why I get out of bed and smile, because I go, we're dope. And this is not about supremacy. It's about, why do I love my friends that are white and Asian? Because I love myself. Right. That's why I love my friends. They go, Godfrey, but you seem like I don't hate none of you. Right. I love myself. But loving myself, I got to learn about myself. And unfortunately, our history is you guys hating us. But you need to learn that for yourself. It's a detriment when you don't learn it. But you can become better than that. Stop crying and deflecting. How about just learn it and go, oh, imagine if you're Native American and none of your people are around. Imagine that. You should learn about that. Stop bitching and crying about what you did. But you'll go to rehab for alcoholism in a heartbeat. You'll go there, right? I got friends in AA. They'll go there, right? AA and learn. I go, well, how did you recover? I had to be honest with myself. I had to do the 12-step, the miracle book they use. I had to go through the 12-step program. And you got to be honest. You got to say, hi, my name's Tom. I'm an alcoholic. That's how you learn. Well, there's an ism. What about racism? You should, go through the 12 steps and become a better person. That's all I'm saying. Listen, that's all I'm saying, man. And if you're mad at that, then you shouldn't be on this planet. You're not a human being. What are you here for if you don't evolve? Muhammad Ali was unapologetic. Mm-hmm. Right? He said, I don't care. I'm fighting for black folks. I'm fighting for black people. I'm fighting for black folks, my freedom. I don't care about the money. Some of you people want to be sellouts and you want to sell out your people. I will never sell out my people. I didn't want to go to Vietnam because ain't nobody calling me the N-word. I'm right here. You calling me the N-word. I can't even drink water at the St. What? He's a hero. I went to college with two of his daughters, Rashida and Jamila. Ali is my hero. Malcolm is my hero. What? George Carlin, hero. Wow. That's what I deal with. So how am I gonna walk? I don't do sucker stuff, man. I don't do that. I'm not no sucker. I'm just. But I love people. I want to be successful. But we're gonna be successful on my terms. On my terms. I'm not turning around looking and say, why did I do that? This is really topped it off. I remember being in Tampa. You know, Tampa hood. So I perform in Tampa. I'm always in Florida. And I'm walking to my hotel and I see these doughboys, like real teeth. They shining, they got their trucks and they talking. They saw me, they spotted me. Like, hey dog, yo, man, get over here, man. So I came over there. I can't run because it's Tampa. They got speed. So I went over there and they say, hey man, we want to let you know, man, we seen you so placy, man. We watching you, dog. Everything you do, man. We love what you're doing for us, man. We love what you're doing. I know you probably look at like other people that are higher than you, but the fact that you keeping your integrity, dog, you ain't doing no cooning, nothing. You ain't doing none of that, dog. The streets like you. We love you for that, man. Yeah. You know how much that meant to me, dog? And I do this because I want to. This is just how I'm built. They said, we love what you're doing, dog. You ain't doing all that cooning stuff, man. That's real talk. That meant like, I was on cloud 9 when I heard that, man. You know what I'm saying? That's me for real. I don't do it because I'm just trying to be. That's just me naturally.
And we see it.
You know, and that's not me. It's not hating anybody. I love my friends. And there are black people I don't like. Plenty. Plenty. That I'm like, oh, no, I don't. Here come this mother. This mother. Right. But, you know, I stand on that. And I think when you have a foundation, you can still be successful. There's always a way. If somebody can invent something in the 1800s, when black folks weren't allowed in schools, there were some black people that studied in the grass because they weren't allowed in class and still get their PhD. I'm crying about a sitcom. Come on, man. Let's get real here, man. Let's get real. Let's get real. For real. That's it. But that motivates you to do. You see, it helps you. It builds you. That's why history is important. They say, why don't we just move on? You can't move on if you don't know your history. You guys are sports guys. What's the first thing you talk about when you're dealing with an athlete? What they did before. Oh, he was on this team. He scored this many. That's how they recruit people. What did you do before? That's how you move forward. Do we recruit him? Do we put him on the team? Well, he was last year. He was player of the game. Even when you watch sports, when they're talking, they're like, he's batting 254 last week. It's always the past. When you go to the hospital, what do? What do they bring out?
Medical
The first
history.
thing, your
Yeah,
medical
sorry.
history. They go, fill this out. Do you have smoking in your family? What if they just said, okay, open your ass cheeks. Let's see what's going on here. What? Yeah, we're just gonna check. I'm just gonna dig in your butt.
Questions about the doctor.
I'm just gonna dig in your butt and see what's going on. I start from the anus. You feel me? You have to go medical history first. History is always how you move forward on everything, right? You build a building, they got to go, well, what is the structure? Well, what's the history of that? What's the it's all history, but when it comes to us, they tell us to move on.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why we're messed up. That's why we walk around. You need that foundation. And you go, oh, okay. Now I know how to deal with, okay.
Yeah.
You see, it's called cerebral kung fu for me.
Oh, that's why you got that ringtone.
Kung fu fighting.
Yeah, no,
But up here, cerebral kung fu. So when someone comes at you with nonsense, you go, nah. Someone say, you guys are monkeys. I go, no, you guys are genetically closer to monkeys than we are. That's all facts. They're genetically closer to monkeys. Do people call them monkeys? And I have a joke. I go, how are we monkeys when you have thin lips and take things that don't belong to you? That's a monkey.
Where real quick, how many shows?
I have
tonight?
2 shows tonight sold out. 2 shows tomorrow sold out. And yesterday, Thursday, packed. It was like great. Sold out, but I think there might be some extra. Maybe
There you go.
standing room only or something. But yeah, man, that club is great. It's your only club, I think. Punchline?
Nah, we got one more, but it don't matter. Yeah,
Punchline is fire. I don't even
understand.
understand.
Everybody come through the punchline.
How is that not packed all weekend? That club is great. It's like intimate.
Yes,
It's
terrific.
dope, man. So, and it's by the sleep train.
Yeah, sleep
Mattress.
like the mattress place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you
I don't
can't,
think I don't think they've ever sold a mattress.
I don't think so. It's
California
packed.
Fish Grill is really good. It's right below Punchline.
Is it really good?
It's really good. I love it.
Okay. Thank you for telling me that because I need. Is it kind of healthy? I mean,
It's very healthy.
I need that. Yeah. So I know I'm trying to. I went to In-N-Out yesterday. My burger's bad.
Oh,
Oh,
it's
that
the
burger's
best.
banging. Fries is trash, but the
Yeah.
burgers,
Fries are underrated. Don't do that.
they're a little. But I still eat them. But that burger is fire. But yeah, that's all. That's just my whole thing is just knowing that is what keeps you going. For all those people that sacrifice themselves for us, I think it's our duty to go, recognize,
Straight up.
how you going to be in an art form and you don't study who came before you? That's just dumb. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Michael
No doubt.
Jordan goes, nah, man, Elridge Cleaver, Dr. J, he knows his history.
Mm-hmm.
That's just a normal thing to do in human life is to know your history. But when it comes to us, they know when we look, we'll go, oh, so you were being really nasty to us. Because that's why they're like, don't move on, because they know how horrible they've been. And there's another book called Delectable Negro. You should read it. How they ate us. They ate us. Yeah, look up Delectable Negro. Look it up.
We appreciate you, man. Thank you.
Yeah.
This was fire.
Yes.
This was the blackest hour in the history of this show.
I'm sorry.
And we've had some black
Oh,
hours.
don't be.
We've
Black
had some
Steel.
black hours. but
Black
this was
Steel
one.
in the Hour of Chaos. That's Public Enemy, 1988.
That's our man Godfrey right there at the punch.